Good evening, and welcome to another annual New Music Night here at Oakland University. Hi, I am Ben Fuhrman. I teach composition and music technology here, and you are in for a treat. This is the adventurous program where we do new things with sound, which you can probably hear a little bit of reverb on my voice right now. I think I'm too close to that mic. That's better. Okay, so yes, this is when we do crazy new things with sound, and hopefully you will enjoy it. Some of it will be more normal, some of it will be less normal, some of it will have computers, and some of it will have computers with live instruments, but all of it explores the boundaries of what we can do in music with performers, with creating sounds on the computer, with editing sounds, and how we perceive art. So without further ado, let's get started. I will be playing the first piece. This is a prelude that I wrote several years ago, nearly a decade, I suppose, that is for an unspecified instrument. It was written as a challenge from a composer I was studying with in grad school to write a piece that fully explored the idea of motives, but could easily be transposed or played by any other instrument. So in this case, I will be playing it on mandolin, which some of you will probably look at me like, why are you playing that? I thought you only played computer. Well, I do actually play real instruments as well every once in a while. So I hope you enjoy it.
Hi, my name is Keith Kothman. I'm the director of the School of Music at Western Michigan University, and like Ben, I'm a composer and music technologist. This first piece, Unwired Fantasies, its title is an homage to the Ushachevsky wireless fantasies that we all, those of us in electronic music, studied long ago. The piece started as an installation, was meant for the christening both of a giant clock tower at Ball State University, where I was for 14 years, and newly installed campus wireless network. And it makes use of a bunch of things like bell tower sounds that integrated with the physical bell tower, and then a lot of other things that were interesting about the internet back, say, 20 years ago or so, like iTunes Radio, which could pull in any number of radio stations from around the world. I became fascinated with this, so I started sampling both traditional and Persian pop music, NPR, a particular station I liked, Bootlicker Country, because I'm from Texas, and if you can find the saddest country music station on the internet, you have to sample it. So set about using some things like this, and when I'm designing installations, I have to design something that lets me test it out, and it's just happened, it kind of developed into its own performance piece. So, Unwired Fantasies.
The problem, the fundamental problem is that the problem, the fundamental problem, the problem, the fundamental problem is that
Hey everybody, is mic on? Not yet? Oh, there it is, thanks. My name is Adam Schumaker, Director of Education with the Gilmore Keyboard Piano Festival in Kalamazoo. It's my admin job that I love dearly. I also teach at Kalamazoo College Composition and Arts Entrepreneurship. So these songs I'm going to play for you come from about the last 10 years of raising a family, having kids, and not having any time to write other than a couple minutes here and there at the piano or the guitar. And so that's kind of what I'm putting together, and it's all culminating into an album in the next year. So it's pretty exciting. Also a little nerve-wracking because it's been a long time since I've played out, but here we go. I'm always living somewhere inside of a dream. I never really know exactly what you mean. I've always wanted something more. We never listen part of the time except for when our ears are open. I know that it hurts you, but we are both friends with our phones. And I love you so bad. Even when we get mad. I miss the things that we had. Gotta get back to you, I've gotta get back to you. Gotta get back to you, I've gotta get back to you. Gotta get back to you. Gotta get back to you. I've gotta get back to you. Gotta get back to you. Gotta get back to you. I've gotta get back to you. I've gotta get back to you. I reach for the phone that woke me up from this dream. Laying motionless, you just ignore me. Yeah, we're working so hard, floating just above board, wondering what's the reward. Gotta get back to you, I've gotta get back to you. Gotta get back to you, I've gotta get back to you. Gotta get back to you. Gotta get back to you. I've gotta get back to you. Gotta get back to you. Gotta get back to you. I've gotta get back to you. Gotta get back to you. Waiting for my time to get me here. Waiting for the time to draw us near. But I can't wait, won't you be? I can't wait, won't you be my forever? Getting back only takes just a moment. And I'm tired, and you're tired. I've gotta get back to you. 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 Gotta get back to you. I've gotta get back to you. Gotta get back to you. I'm always living somewhere inside of a dream. Thank you, thank you. A little different putting some songs in between new sounds and electronics. I'm kind of liking it though. We should make a tour or something. This song is called 10 Minutes. Minutes across town, so close when I'm driving in my car. The smoke has thinned since I fixed my exhaust. The poisonous air is almost gone. Do you think that we could be the one? Do you think that we'd be this much fun in 20 years from now? Two hours of highway time is not enough to keep me in line, though I regret the false move I made. Please take me back. I will never be the same without you. Without you. Oh, I'm driving in my car to think we've come this far, praying it will last, to let these moments pass, though in time we still fear the worst is here. Two lifetimes, do you think it'll be enough to find the truth when 10 minutes is all I ask of you? I'll be there soon. Oh, I'm driving in my car to think we've come this far, praying it will last, to let these moments pass, though in time we still fear the worst is here. And it's time to be, oh, forgiven, oh, forgiven. And it's time to be, oh, forgiven, oh, forgiven.
This next piece is a piece that I wrote that is entirely for computer. It's all created through the manipulation of small objects that I recorded. So little pieces of broken clothespins, little pieces of metal, a rubber band. and a couple of sine waves that I played on my synthesizer just by turning the dial. Then there's some other samples of different instruments that my students in music tech will probably have heard because I made you do an assignment with them. And it's all about the idea of shaping the sounds using a physical controller. In my case, I'm using this little chord MIDI fader bank to create the sounds and then diffuse them over a bunch of different loudspeakers. And sculpt them until everything kind of comes to a level of not necessarily coherence, but a form. I was hoping that this would be a world premiere tonight, but unfortunately this is only going to be the US premiere because it was premiered yesterday in St. Petersburg, Russia at the Museum of Sound. I got a very surprising email on Saturday saying, hey, we want to premiere this piece. So I said, okay, I don't have to fly out there, do I? But they were happy enough to do it without me. But here is the US premiere of this piece. It is called Malleability. next piece is one that is now, I can't believe I'm saying this, 10 years old. This is a piece that I wrote back in 2011. I was coming home from something, a gig probably, I don't even really remember what it was at this point, but I was listening to NPR, which is a very common occurrence for me when I'm driving, and Science Friday, so it must have been Friday, and they were talking about the Brood 10 cicadas had just emerged and were swarming. And they played some really, really crazy recordings of these cicadas swarming around, and they were interviewing different farmers who were noticeably upset about the possibility of having all of their crops eaten by cicadas, and some very entertaining stories about people whose dogs were munching on cicadas, and it was like the dog had gotten loose in a pet food store. So I was really intrigued by the sound of the swarm, and I decided to start messing around with that on the computer and see if I could create something swarm-like. So this is the resulting piece. It is appropriately titled Swarm.
Sometimes I forget the word. These songs are so fresh. This next one's called Long Way Back. Let me tell you a secret. Oh, nothing's ever the same. Even the way that I love you will change with the colors of the leaves on the trees. Let me hold you forever. Or let me whisper your name. Let me tell you it's okay if you never feel the same way again. It's a long way back from tomorrow, where nobody's watching but everyone is in charge. It's a timeless path we borrow, and all I know is I want to go down that path with you. Whoa, sorry about that. Let me crumble around you, or let me lose all control. Though I can't keep it together, I long for the moment when we're all alone. It's a long way back from tomorrow, where nobody's watching but everyone is in charge. It's a timeless path we borrow, and all I know is I want to go down that path with you. And I don't know if I will ever leave these waters, but I will try to keep from sinking to the sea. And I will be there for you always, and our daughters, and my son instead of my own misery. Oh, can't you see? Sometimes it's hard for me, 'cause it's a long way back. It's a long way back. It's a long way back to you. It's also exciting. It's the first time I've switched between piano and guitar in all my years. All my years. This one's called My Friend. I've painted memories on your grave, this time again. Though you're still living down the way, we can't pretend I won't see you. Not because I love you, not after you left me alone in that sad room. Oh, I forgot the words. Hang on a second. I'm gonna start that over. I was thinking about something else. Does it ever happen to you when you're playing and you think about something else? If I don't get the sequence right, it's just gonna mess me up. I've painted memories on your grave, this time again. Though you're still living down the way, We can't pretend I will see you over coffee, or I'll see you like I never use you, because you were my friend, because you were my friend, because you were my friend, because you were my friend. I lost your number in a pad of post-it notes. I bet you're thinking that I'm mad or out of hope. Still, I won't call you, not after you left me, not after you left me, alone in that sad room. Forgot the chord. Writing to my friend a song that would outlast the rest, because you were my friend. But now our story's past at best, because you were my friend. These images of you are fading fast, because you were my friend, because you were my friend. Because you were my friend, I dropped you there without a sound. Because you were my friend, I left and never turned around. Because you were my friend, there's a chance I never will see you again.
So this piece is older than anything Ben's got for you tonight. Bit Metal was the first piece that I started learning how to perform live on the laptop. Kind of the beginning of a journey of controllers and odds and ends and software programming. The inspiration for this comes partly from a little side hobby of cultural artifacts. I like really, to me they're bizarre things, like John Cage on a game show, the experimental composer, or Frank Zappa on The Tonight Show, playing percussion on a bicycle, which is something I came across just, not sure how anymore, but there's Frank Zappa, who was, aside from the rock and roll side, a very modernist composer and a big fan of Perez and Pierre Boulez. And goes on Tonight Show, and as one does, doesn't do any rock and roll, decides to bring a bicycle out and invite Steve Allen, God, remember the name, that's good, Steve Allen, who's about 4 or 5 hosts ago, back in the 60s, late 50s, to play percussion on a bicycle with him. And so you can find it. It's somewhere on YouTube. They still go through. You can just search Frank Zappa on a bicycle. So I accumulated some sounds and put together this piece that's gone through a lot of iterations. I'm really not sure what it's going to be like tonight because, like Adam and the rest, this is my first time out in a while. Not only do we have a pandemic, I decided to move across country during the pandemic and set up shop somewhere new. So we're just trying to get back over it. Give me a minute to get set up.
This next piece was inspired again by insects. That is apparently becoming a theme in the pieces that I write. I love to go running every morning, and that is just something that has always kind of been how I like to start my day, after coffee, and then followed by more coffee. But over the summer, I was running along the river trail, and I was rather annoyed by a number of black flies that kept bombarding me as I was trying to run. And they would swoop in and dive in, and then circle around my head and try and bite, and then run off, or fly off in their case, as I was running. And then they would come back, and come back, and come back. And it was very, very annoying, and kind of psychotic by the end. So I attempted to duplicate that in music, because that's what composers do. We try and take the most bizarre things we can think of and convey that as music. But yeah, the piece is titled Caprice Number 1 for Mandolin Solo, but the subtitle is The Flies. Thank you. We have just one more thing that is on the program tonight. It has become sort of a tradition to end these concerts with a live group improvisation among all of the composers who are here. So Keith and Adam are going to come up. We are going to experiment live on stage in front of you. It may be good, it may be really, really crazy. Things might fall apart, but it will be interesting. We can pretty much guarantee that.